Hey, this is Marty again, and I'm getting ready to post another video for a couple of reasons. One is I have upgraded my ride. As you can see, I'm now riding a Goji Red Elf, which I have named Red Rover. I still have Willie, my old orange one, but he's having some issues right now, so I bought this one used about 3.5 weeks ago. I've already put over 500 miles on it those 3 weeks, so I've been doing some serious riding. But this is definitely an upgrade. It's what they call a twofer. It has the rear passenger seat, which is a nice thing to have if you ever want to take my grandkids or whatever. This one also has just about every option that you could possibly get. It's got carbon fiber panels front and rear. It's got the turn signal LED mirrors to try to remind you that you left your turn signals on. Not really visible very much in the daytime, at least on the reminder part, but at night it's highly visible. This one has the cycle analyst meter, which besides telling you your battery level, it gives you a speedometer, odometer function, and it records, your battery usage. It's a pretty sophisticated meter. The twofer does have a floor, that goes under the seat, so the passenger can have some place to put their feet. And as far as cargo carrying capacity, the trunk is considerably smaller than what they call the solo or the single seat. But I have actually a laundry hamper I could put back here in the rear to put cargo if I'm going to be getting a lot of stuff. I'm heading out to a downtown farmers market this morning, which is a pretty good ride, but I'm just going to video part of it. Part going up a very, very long, steep hill, and then a pretty thrilling downhill after that. So let me go ahead and clip my phone to my helmet here. Okay. Get my helmet on. And go ahead and activate the key. Now, in this particular version, this is like a 1.5 or a 1.6. The key is still in the back. The newer ones, the key is actually up in the front. And so I got a pretty good charge here. I'm actually just finished, having my morning coffee. And it'll take a few minutes to get to the really steep hills. So I'll get my feet clipped in, and away we go. Now this elf was actually damaged in a rollover accident, so I did replace the solar panel, which was damaged beyond repair. Also did some damage to, a little bit of damage to the roof and body panels, and I'll be fixing that as well. You can see there's a couple of pretty good sized scratches on the windshield. This one is a new Vinci equipped elf, so I'm glad it has that. You definitely need it around this area, as hilly as it is here. Taking a right turn, and this way. Now this is not the hill. This is just getting to it, and I don't think you'll be able to actually see the meter, but right now I'm doing about 16 miles an hour, and this meter shows what they call regenerative charging, or the amount occurring coming in through the solar panel. It's fairly overcast, but I'm getting about 6 watts coming in right now. And I've got 52.9 volts showing. A full battery is like 53.4, so it's almost full. Okay, I got some bumpy areas here. Saturday morning, roughly 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't anticipate a whole lot of traffic. So we'll be taking a ride onto this street, which still isn't the big hill yet. Until all the traffic clears out. This is actually where the hill begins on this road that's coming up. I'll be taking it left. And it's about close to a 2-mile climb up to the top of this hill. Got my left turn signal activated, but didn't quite make the light, so I guess we'll wait for the next light cycle. Okay, in a little bit, the sun is a little bit brighter, so getting between 10 and 11 watts of recharge. I've seen it get as high as 70 in direct sun, but this new solar panel I put on there works quite well and does it pretty good job of recharging. I don't know if you can see it either now, but I also have the 12 volt and USB charging ports on this one, and the front parcel shelf that goes right below the windshield. Like I said, this particular elf has pretty much every option you could get. And then there's the turn signal mirror. Once again, I'm not sure you can actually see it. There's pretty faint LEDs to show me the left turn signal is on. All right, got the light. Go ahead and cancel out my turn signal. And this is, like I said, pretty good climb. I'm using a combination of power and pedal, leg power. So, right now, according to the speedo, I'm doing about 13 miles an hour. Now, coming down this hill on the way home is pretty thrilling. The trip out to the farmer's market is about 15 miles from my house, so I won't be videoing all that. Once I get to the bottom of the big hill, and this one does roller coaster a bit, I'll go ahead and shut the camera down. And I'm pedaling pretty hard right now. By the time I get to the top of the hill, I'll be breathing fairly heavily. Once again, very light traffic. And this road was repaved about a year and a half ago. It used to be extremely rough, and now it's a pretty nice surface. Now there are several traffic lights sprinkled along the way. Going uphill is not a big issue because you can stop fairly easily, but if you've got a real big head of steam, you're doing over 40 miles an hour, when you come up on a red light, you got to stop in a hurry. Cars coming up on my left here, but it's a 4-lane street, so easy for them to get around me. Okay, we got a slight downhill here before the uphill climb continues. So I'll take my finger off the throttle and just pedal a bit. I'll go ahead and apply the throttle again to speed up some. Red Rover seems to be running extremely well. Really haven't had much issue. Now, one thing that has happened is since I got it, the chains have stretched out. So I probably need to go ahead and tighten them up a bit. I do have to adjust the brakes every couple of weeks to keep them tight. And this is a pretty steep section here. And then we got another shorter downhill, followed by another steep uphill climb. It's like being on a roller coaster. Down to like 11 miles an hour here. We got a short downhill here. This one isn't the main one I was talking about earlier. It allows me to pick up some speed before we get to the next hill. And if I'm lucky, I'll catch the light at the bottom of the hill and I'll have to stop and then proceed from a full stop. Pull over in the right lane here. There's no traffic, but this is just in case somebody shows up. I'm doing about 25 miles an hour right now, but it's going to drop considerably when I get to this next hill. Alright, and once we get past this next traffic light that's coming up, that's when the big downhill is. This is where I typically hit 45, which is the absolute max speed that an ELF will do. But just as a disclaimer, the maximum design speed on the ELF is 30 miles an hour. So, as they say in the TV commercials, don't try this at home. We'll wait for this car to get past me and then I'll slide over one lane to the left. Okay, so now we're starting a big downhill. No need to have a big head of steam to start because this is a pretty long hill. And it does have some sharp curves in it. And unfortunately at the bottom of the hill, when you reach your max velocity, there is a traffic light in a curve, so you can't see it till you come right up on it. So just have to be prepared to stop quickly if that happens. I'm geared up to the highest Da Vinci ratio. So that's the... Now coming up this hill on the way home is typically where my battery poops out. Okay, well, I see the local police have got somebody pulled over here. Probably for speeding. Alright, we're doing 38 miles an hour right now, 39. We're over 40. You see it's pretty, it's fair to stop when it's flashing. So we'll see if we're going to catch it or not. Okay, it looks green, good. It was pretty stable, a little bit noisy. 43 miles an hour, 44. Alright, we just hit 45. There's no real wind today, so we're good. Actually, the speed limit here is 45. Now it's leveling out, so we're starting to decelerate. We're down to 40. Once I get to around 30-ish, I can start pedaling again. Well, actually, about 33 here, and I can actually make a contribution. I'll try to keep the speed up as long as I can. Alright, well, we're just going to coast up to the traffic light here. But I'll shut the camera down. Once I get past the light, I'll pull over to the right and go ahead and unclip my phone from my helmet. And so before I do that, I wanted to thank everybody for watching. Alright, this looks like a safe place to pull over here. There we go. Pull way over. Alright. Have a good one, everybody.